let's do some movement. So as I say before every Qigong session, do what you can, don't do what you can't. Modify where you need to. Listen to your body. A lot of the exercises that I'm going to do with you can be done seated. So if you are someone that needs to sit down for some of it, feel free to do so. And feel free to skip a movement if it doesn't feel right for you. And also, there's some stretches that we're going to do. Never force a stretch. Take your body to your edge, but try not to push past it. And have fun. Okay. Oh, and make sure that you have a lot of space around you. Don't knock over your coffee table or your lamp or anything like that. Okay? And if there's someone in your house with you who you think would enjoy this and you'd enjoy doing it with them, ask them to join you. Okay? Let me tilt this down a little bit. Yeah, I'm so excited to be doing this with you. Okay, so, you know, Qigong is about life force energy cultivation, right? It's that life force energy that we get from, that we're born with. There's that divine spark that lives within each and every one of us. But then we also get energy from the air that we breathe and the food that we eat. And one of the things that can take away from us that energy is worry and anxiety and overthinking. Also, if we're not eating properly, if we're filling our body with a lot of alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, things like that, that takes away some of our life force energy. So we also want to make sure that we are releasing any kind of energy that we're holding on to that doesn't serve us anymore. So we want to cleanse and clear the body. We want to empty out the vessel of the stuff that we don't need so that we can make space for things that we do need, energy that can replenish us, right? We want really good energy within us. So we're going to cleanse and clear for this first one. So we're going to stand with our legs and feet about shoulder width apart with your toes pointing forward, and you're just going to lift your arms up above your head and lift your heels up as well. And then you're going to drop your heels and drop your arms. So again, we lift the arms float up. You can make soft fists with your hands. Lift your heels, take a deep breath, and exhale, drop your heels and drop your arms. And again, we lift and lower. And lift and lower. And again, you can even do this seated. You can just sit in the chair and lift your heels and lift your arms and then drop your arms and drop your heels. So again, with a little bit more flow, we lift and lower. Lift, lower. So inhale, exhale. So we in through the nose, the breath, and out with the mouth. When I drop my heels, I'd like to just keep a little soft bend in my knees. You can still feel this reverberation through your bones, from your heels all the way up, through your legs, through your spine. So if you are holding on to anything that is no longer serving you, maybe you have a worry that you've been holding on to today, something you're anxious about, can you let it go in this moment? Even the slightest bit? Let's do 3 more. 2, 1. Whew. Good, so hopefully you feel just a little bit lighter after doing that exercise. It's a great way to also just get the blood flowing in your body and create a little bit of heat. So now let's move on to knocking on the door of life. So we stand with soft knees and we turn from the hips and the waist from one side to the other, and we allow the arms to swing. Now what I generally do is I look over my shoulder as I turn. But if you get dizzy doing that, you can just keep your gaze forward towards me. So So the arms are knocking along the lower back and your waist, activating key pressure points in your body. So we have a key pressure point in your low back, as well as in your abdomen. The pressure point in your low back is called the door of life. It's related to your kidneys, it's related to your health and your vitality. And the key pressure points in your waist, on your waist, are along what's called a belt channel. And the belt channel is what keeps all the other meridians in your body together, because all the other meridians run vertically and your belt channel runs horizontally. It's also good for your digestion, because we're knocking on the internal organs. Make sure that your shoulders are relaxed and your arms are free. It's only at the last moment that you engage your arm muscles to knock along the body. Good, now let's go up to the chest. So we have one arm that crosses the chest, tapping on the chest just below your collarbone. And this point is great for your respiratory system. So we're bringing some good energy to your lungs. Good. So let's clear the neck and shoulders and the upper back of any energy that you're holding on to, that you need to let go of. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm feeling stressed out, my shoulders somehow float up to my ears. Because this is a place where we tend to physically exhibit the levels of stress that are happening internally. Good, so we release lines of tension in your neck and shoulders and upper back. Good, and then let's go back down to your chest again. And then to your waist again. So this exercise is pretty active. You know, we're activating the chi within the body as we knock on the body. Now we're going to go into an exercise called water waves, which we still turn from the hips and the waist, but the arms are no longer knocking against the body, and the arms are swimming around the body, spiraling, in fact, one arm in front, one arm in back. And this is a great exercise that we can use to just release any emotional distress that you might be experiencing in this moment, and you can let go. Or if you have anything churning in your mind, just allow this soothing movement to just draw those thoughts out of the head, down to the heart, down through the arms, and out through your fingertips. You can even imagine you're standing in a pool of water, healing, cleansing water. Imagine that your hands are moving through the water, and the water is moving through your fingertips. So with your mind's eye, just imagine that you're standing in water, feeling that gentle support that water provides. Feel your feet on the ground. Good. Now allow your movement to slowly unwind until you're still. So we've moved the body in one particular range of motion and rotation. Now let's try a little lateral flexion. So lateral flexion is side bending. So go ahead and just side bend to one side. And as you side bend to one side, feel how that opens the spine and the ribs, right? And you might even notice a part of your spine that's tight or tense. Let's go to the other side. And just identify, ooh, I'm a little tight here, or ooh, I'm a little tight here. Just become aware of that within your body. Let's do that again. Just doing a nice, slow, gentle stretch. Good. So now, if a dog wags its tail, we just shift side to side. So we're shifting the weight side to side from one foot to the other. See how my hips are going side to side as well. And then I allow my ribs to go side to side, and then my head as well. So we're opening up the joints of the spine, as well as opening up the muscles between your ribs. So I talk about that a lot in my Qigong classes, how important it is to A, have a healthy spine, and B, have the muscles between your ribs be flexible and pliable so that you can take a deeper breath. Don't forget to breathe. And if you find yourself having a hard time coordinating this movement, just know that you're in good company. This is not a movement that we often do with the body. So just stick with it, practice, and it will come. Good. Now let's slow it down. Slow it down. Until you're still. And already, so we've been doing this for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and just notice how your body feels 5 or 10 minutes into this experience that we're having together. Now open your legs and feet a little bit wider. So we're going to go wider than your shoulders. Toes are still pointing forward. Soften your knees. And we're going to do an exercise that opens the heart. The heart, this area of the body, is also referred to as the area of the middle dantian. The middle dantian is an energy center in your body, and it's connected to the energy. It's the energy that we get from the food that we eat and the air that we breathe. And it's also related to our emotions. So this area of the body is responsible for the balancing of our emotions. Right in the center of your breastbone is a acupressure point called CV17, Sea of Tranquility. So whenever you are feeling the opposite of tranquil, this is a great point to just place your fingers on and just breathe. Because sometimes when we are experiencing emotional difficulty, the chest can get tight, right? So anyway, this next exercise is going to open the heart. So we take the palms of your hands together and then bring the knuckles of your thumbs into the center of your chest. And then soften your chest. So I soften my chest, so I feel as though my upper back is opening up. Blow all the air out within your body. Now take a deep breath in. As you open your chest, take the arms out to the sides. Draw your shoulder blades back and open the center of your chest. Take a deep breath in and then exhale. Bring the hands together. Knuckles at the heart center. Soften your chest. Inhale through the nose as you open your chest, draw your shoulders back. And then exhale out through the nose as you soften your chest. Press the palms to the heart. And again, inhale, open your chest. And exhale. And again, deep breath in. And deep breath out. Good. Now from here, grab a wrist, one wrist with one hand, lift the arms up above the head, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, just bend forward from your hips and your waist and just stretch forward. And as you stretch forward, you can bring your hands to the floor. You can soften your knees a little bit and relax your head, neck, and shoulders. And just feel that nice stretch along the back of the body, opening up the yang meridians of the legs and the back. Now, feel the knees soften a bit more, feel your tailbone reach down towards the floor. Allow your head to be heavy, arms to be heavy, and slowly roll up through your spine. Your head is the last thing to lift. Good. So I was doing this exercise earlier with the Qigong master that I study with, and he talked about how doing this heart-opening exercise and doing a specific breath technique with it boosts your immune system. So let's try that together. So again, we bring the hands to the heart. You open the arms out, draw the shoulders back, open your chest, take a deep breath in through your nose. Then hold your breath for anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds. And then draw the arms to the heart, hands to the heart. Exhale, and blow all the air out. Again, let's try that again. Inhale, open the chest, reach through the arms, spread your fingers, shoulders back. Hold your breath. And then exhale. Again, inhale. Hold. Let's do that a couple more times. Hold. Try to find the pause in your breath after you exhale. Last time, inhale. Good. Now let's grab a wrist again. Let's lift the arms up. Take a deep breath in. Open your chest. Slight arch in the upper back. And then bend forward from your hips and your waist as you stretch forward. Now soften your knees, curl your tailbone under, slowly roll up through your spine. You're going to bend your elbows. Your hands and your arms are going to draw up the front of your body as you inhale. Lift, and then exhale and bend from your hips and your waist forward. And slowly roll up through your spine. So let me give you another point of view. So we bend forward. My back is as flat as I can possibly get it to be as I bend forward. And then I soften my knees and curl my tail under and slowly roll up through the spine. So the head is the last thing to lift. And then the arms, deep breath. And exhale. It's said that this exercise opens up all the muscles and the joints in the body. It's definitely opening up the yin meridians of the front of the body. And then as you stretch forward, stretching the yang meridians of the back of the body. So again, you can modify where you need to. You can, instead of having fully straight legs, you can have your knees slightly bent if the stretch is too much for your hamstrings or your back. Let's do a couple more of these. Good. And then arms lift up and then open the arms out and down. So some of you might say, oh, I can't do that exercise. That's too much for my back, too much for my body. If that's too much for your body, you can also do something as simple as the wave. So the wave is we shift the hips back, you lead with your chest and your chin forward, and then you drop your head and you curl your tailbone under and you slowly roll up. So this is a simple way to still get that flexion of the hips and that articulation through your spine that we just experienced in the last exercise, but definitely that was a much fuller movement. Inhale as you roll up, and exhale as you shift the hips back, lead with your chest and your chin, and slowly roll up through your spine. So as you do this exercise, just feel the articulation of the spine. So there are many joints in the spine. We have 5 lumbar vertebrae. We have 12 thoracic and 7 cervical. So in this exercise, we really want to try to articulate each and every one of those bones as best as you can. Let's do this a couple more times. Last time. And slowly roll up. Okay, so now let's open up some lines of tension in the neck and shoulders and upper back. So we take the arms out to the sides, spread your fingers, draw your shoulders down, and just gently bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And feel that nice stretch along the opposite side of your neck. And then from here, slowly bring your chin towards your chest, slowly roll your head over to the other side. Ear toward your shoulder. Again, listen to your body. And then we take the head slightly back, up and over. Ear to your shoulder again. And slow circle. So you can breathe in through your nose and a nice cleansing breath out through your mouth. As we release any excess tension that you're holding in the neck and shoulders and upper back. Let's do this last circle to this side. Oh, there's a lovely spider floating across in front of me. Here we go. Let's go in the other direction. I got distracted. So as you spread your fingers, soft elbows, shoulders down, you're also opening up some of the yin pathways in the forearms, on the inside of your forearms. Good. And then relax your arms and lift your head. So we've just opened up some lines of tension in the neck and shoulders and upper back. Let's do something to open up lines of tension in the low back and the hips. So we take the hands. I want you to take the hands to make soft fists and place your soft fist at your sacrum. So your sacrum is a bone that's about this shape. at the base of your spine, and just at the very bottom of it, of course, is your tailbone. But up top of the sacrum is your lumbar spine. So soft fists at your sacrum. Shift your hips back. Bring your upper body slightly forward. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, just press your soft fists into your sacrum and then allow the hips to move forward. Keep your gaze forward as you exhale. And again, deep breath. And exhale. So another point of view. So this massages tension that you might be holding in the hips, like in your low back, but also in your glutes. It's also a nice little stretch for the hip flexors, the front of your hips, right along through here, which can become tight when we sit a lot, right? I've often heard that sitting is the new smoking. So we're flexing the hips and extending the hips. Let's just do this one more time. Good. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do incorporates that same movement of the hips, but we're going to do something completely different with the arms. It's a wonderful way to open up the joints in the arms, especially the shoulders, and it's called the double teacup. So we'll do with the arms first. So the arms are out by the sides of the body, palms facing up. We pull the elbows in, we reach the elbows back, and then the hands reach back with the palms facing up. The arms open out to the sides. The arms go above the head, palms facing up, and then the arms open out and down. So again, the elbows pull in, the fingers reach back, the arms open out, the arms cross in front of the face, then above the head, and then open out to the side. All the while not spilling your tea. So when we add the hips to it, we bring the elbows back, the hips will shift back. The fingers will reach back. Then we take the hips forward as the arms open out to the sides. Once the hips are forward, the arms are going to go above the head and then out to the sides, and then you stand upright. So that's one repetition. Let's keep going. I'll give you another point of view. So again, the hips reach back, the hands reach back, the arms open out, the hands go above the head, and again, hips shift back, arms open out. And again, this is an exercise that you can do standing, but you can also do this sitting in a chair. It's still a wonderful way to open up the shoulders, open up the arms, and even the hands. So the breath is pretty easy. Just deep breath in through your nose and exhale out through the nose. Nice natural breath. It's also a wonderful stretch through the lower part of your legs. So if you just tune into what it feels like in the lower half of your body, feel the soles of your feet firmly rooted into the earth. And as you shift your weight back and then forward, feel that opens up the ankle joint and stretches your soleus muscle as well as your calf muscle, your gastrocs, as you send your hips forward. It's very subtle, but depending upon how tight you are in that part of your body, you're going to feel a stretch too. Let's do this a couple more times. Good. And then lower your arms down. All right. Let's shake it out. So, shake out your hands. Shake out your wrists. Shake out your elbows. Shake out your shoulders. And then gently pulse into your knees and feet. And take a deep breath in through your nose. And then exhale out with your mouth. With a ha sound. Ha is the healing sound for the heart. So as you shake, imagine that you're releasing anything that you don't need, that you're holding on to, releasing it into the earth, right? We talk a lot about composting. Imagine that the earth is going to compost any of the energy that you're holding on to that you don't need, that's not serving you, like any negative thoughts that you're having, any energy that you've absorbed from other people. You know what I'm talking about. We all have someone in our lives who are always very negative. And anytime you spend time with them, you walk away feeling heavy, a little icky. So you can release and let go of their stuff. It's not yours. You don't have to hold on to it. And then slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down until you are still. Now pay attention to the energy circulating through your body, even in the stillness. Do you feel that buzzing, that tingling sensation? That's your chi. Notice how that buzzing and tingling travels down the arms and pools in your hands. Good. Okay. So next I want to show you a really simple and lovely exercise called, it's a funny name too, called eating the moon cream. So the moon is, very symbolic in a lot of different cultures. I've heard that the moon can represent time, it can represent cycles, it can represent your psyche, it can represent equilibrium, it can represent shadows, power, fertility, change. So the moon is sacred. So we have the energy, not just the earth, we can feel the earth with like I can feel the earth with the soles of my feet, but I can also feel the energy of the earth, right? The magnetism, it's the gravity, it's what keeps us on the ground. But then there's the energy that's above us, right? The moon, the stars, the other planets. So we are standing in between earth and heaven, and we are conduit to that energy. So this exercise allows us to gather some energy from up above and draw it into the body, right? That yang energy. Earth energy is yin energy. So we start by standing with our legs shoulder width apart, your soft knees, and the arms, we're going to reach one arm up, and then the other arm is going to go down. So we're going to gather, And then the arms are going to stack, like the palms are going to be on top of one another, and we're going to bring that top arm down to move towards the lower arm with the palms facing each other. And we're gathering that energy and we're compressing it and drawing it down into a very powerful energy center in the body, which is our lower dantian. As we exhale, and then we allow the arms to float away from each other. We inhale, the arms open out to the sides, and we spiral the arms. And then we gather as we exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So I breathe in through my nose. I breathe out through my nose. I lengthen through my legs as I lift through my spine and reach through my arms. Deep breath. I lower my arms, I soften my knees, I blow the breath out, and I gently soften my chest. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in. And out. So take your time and just really coordinate your movement with your breath. That inhale, notice that the arms and the chest are open. It's quite an expansive movement. And as you exhale, allow the gesture of the arms, the movement of the spine, the movement of the ribs to press the breath out and draw the energy down into the lower belly. To be used at another time. Deep breath in. And exhaling out. Let's do two more. Take your time. Good. Now allow your one palm to be on top of the other, and just see if you can sense the energy between your hands. As your hands draw towards one another, can you feel the energy of the bottom hand in the top hand and the energy from the top hand into your bottom hand? And then as the hands separate, notice what that feels like. You can even move the hands so they're side by side and drawing the hands inward. And then allowing the hands to float apart. So not only is there energy within the body, there's also energy surrounding the body, and this is an opportunity to just become aware of the energy that surrounds your body. To me, it feels as if I'm pulling and stretching magnetic taffy between my hands. And if you're with me doing this exercise and you don't feel it, that's okay. Just keep trying, keep practicing, working on becoming more and more aware. Then you may become more sensitive to this energy because it's there. Good. Now just bring your hands to your lower belly. So one palm on top of the other. And your hands just rest just below your navel. And this is the area of the body referred to as the lower dantian. It is the source of original qi. It's said that the energy that we derive from our parents lives here. This is where life began for each and every one of us. And just breathe into your belly. And as you inhale, feel your abdomen expand. And as you breathe out, feel your abdomen soften. And again, inhale, feel your abdomen expand. And then exhale, feel your abdomen soften. Let's take another breath. Beautiful. And then relax your arms down. And that concludes our Qigong practice for today. Thank you everybody for joining me.